Hello everyone and welcome back to the Global Gamers Invitational. This is Mac bringing you Game 2 of this final series between Baboon Prime, actually CheckPrime, and the Green Protoss, Capoch. We are here on Blistering Sands, the map chosen by Capoch himself for fairly obvious reasons. Blistering Sands, a fantastic 4-gate map. Zerg have to defend both these rocks and their expansion. Very, very hard to do, and we will see how this game unfolds. But before we do that, really want to thank those sponsors once again. iFixit, SCVs for the real world, Esports United, and the Handsome Nerd. The winner of this series will be getting a Handsome Nerd t-shirt, the first of our prize distribution in this tournament. And the winner, of course, will be moving on to the actual round of 16 tournament where all the cash and prizes are waiting for the winners. We are getting a forward pylon from Capoch. Probably going to go for the double gateway wall-off, which we see very commonly here on Blistering Sands. In an early scout, unfortunately this overlord will take a very, very long time, so by the time he gets there, both gateways will be most of the way up. Similar to the last map, the timing of the overlord, one checked the game, he saw that 2-gate, and he quickly transitioned and didn't build his hatchery, built a roach warren, got those roaches out in the nick of time, and was able to take a win. Now CheckPrime, however, very, very late spawning pool, no expansion as of yet, and this probe in an excellent position to see anything going down. There it is, finally the spawning pool is down. I keep calling them supply depots. So the spawning pool is down for CheckPrime, and a late spawning pool will cause some troubles if we see a 2-gate. This probe freaking out. There's the second gateway, and this overlord will certainly detect this, but not until the first gate is mostly finished. Meanwhile, a lot's going to come down to this expansion, whether or not Baboon gets, I should call him Check, whether or not Check gets that scout in time. It looks like it's not going to happen like last game. He is going to put down that hatchery. He's not going to know about the 2-gate pressure until it's already up. We'll have to cancel it, take some of that loss. And here it is. We'll see how the response goes. The scout is on the way. Sure enough, there it is. He sees the chrono boost, sees the 2 gateways already on the way. Does he cancel his hatchery and go for a roach warren? Still waiting for it. We have Lings in response, and there it is. Cancels the hatchery. Roach warren, just like last game. So the timing a bit different. Unfortunately, lost 325 resources. That's not right, but he did lose that hatchery from canceling it. Got some money back, but that is good for our Protoss player. This is just the advantage he needed. He didn't get it last game. He gets it this time. It's only fair. And more zealots on the way now, pouring across the map. Of course, this doesn't slow him down that much. He's still getting pylons. We'll grab that cyber core fairly soon, and we'll be able to transition into 4-gate to apply further pressure. However, once again, that roach warren is almost done, so the zealots really, really need to get inside fairly soon to do their damage. To be fair, they did, at the very least, deny the expansion and force a cancel, so that's worth something. And the zealots going to work on the back door, not even going to bother with... I imagine he just knows that the expansion is cancelled. He scouted it with his probe that was inside, and he's going to be content to open up the back door, get his sentries and stalkers, and follow up with a 4-gate. That is my assessment. And 4 Lings now moving across the map. I imagine to force those zealots into retreat, and there's the roaches. All he needs to fend off that zealot attack. But Capoch has been successful in bringing down these rocks. He probably will get them all the way before the roaches engage, and that will really open up some options later in the game. 1 zealot more than enough to fend off these Zerglings. And we do see a chrono-boosted cyber core producing warp gate. So definitely going to see a 4-gate follow-up. Already getting Zergling speed. Zergling's fantastic counter to the 4-gate. And it looks like Czech just didn't even see these zealots. So the zealots did take down the rocks. They're falling back. They see the roaches and zealots working, or Zerglings working on these rocks. And a little bit of mismanagement there. This zealot going to go down, takes a few Zerglings with him. But the roaches make short work of it, and these zealots turn right around. They're going for the Zerg base. And meanwhile, chrono boosting some stalkers to deal with this. Czech looks like he might be going back to the back door. Hard to tell. Both players just dancing around, seemingly not looking for anything. And the zealots do find the Zerglings. They're able to get 1 kill, but they're in a terrible spot. They're going to wait for those reeds. Do they stop? No, they don't. They keep going. Going for a full retreat. Capoch may lose a zealot in this retreat. Hard to see. Yeah, the Zerglings did slow him down just long enough. The stalkers are out, and Capoch will snipe 2 Lings. Units lost in favor of the Protoss player. He's got a few hundred lead. Income quite comfortable. Once again, that huge probe differential, and it's really up to the Zerg player who's now committed to producing roaches. Again, no lair, no expansion. He has to win. and his army is not any bigger. He does have roaches, but the stalkers are already out, and this time Capoch is in a much better spot. The rock's not even half done. We now have Warp Gate tech, 2 more gateways on the way, and a nice comfortable lead. So things looking very good for Capoch. Can CheckPrime do the damage in time? He needs to bring down his rocks, bring in those speedlings. He's got reinforcements streaming across the map, but here is the engagement. Stalkers feeling free to take away 1 roach. Why not? And some good control, pulling away without taking a single loss. The Zealots almost surrounded by the Lings. They do stop. The Stalkers take 1. There is a sentry out, and we do have the Lings being torn apart. Now roaches against roaches against the entire Protoss force. The Zealots are going to go down very fast, but we have more being warped in, and fairly even exchange there. But 100 gained there for Capoch, but time is on his side. The opponent has not expanded. He is doing very, very well, warping in more units constantly, losing a few more, but the Lings once again cut to pieces and the Roach is forced to retreat. That Stalker count is growing more and more, and that Sentry, unfortunately, out of energy, trying to use force fields. More Lings streaming across the map here, and will they be able to catch this Sentry? It looks like they do. The Sentry does go down. More Stalkers and Zealots being warped in. This is so close, but Capoch has a nice wall in here. Very, very hard for the Zerg player to push. Useless force field. Actually, never mind. Does kill a Roach or 2. That was worth it. And the Stalkers, a little bit faster than the Roaches, are going to get this last one. And it looks like Czech forced to retreat. 800 resources in loss. A huge discrepancy in Harvesters. And Czech looks like he's going to have to pull a miracle out of somewhere to win this game. Speedlings engaging. They do get us around, but just not enough. Speedlings not going to get a single kill. I take that back. 1 sentry. Good game from CheckPrime. Recognizes there's no way his attack has failed. We are tied at 1. The same game both times, going different directions. Just goes to show how close these games are. So tune in for Game 3. CheckPrime will be choosing the map. Almost certainly a Zerg favored map, and we'll see if Capoch can bring her home. So tune in on IC Cup TV, guys, and until then, have a good one.